Monday.com task management. How to use Monday.com for task management. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll break down how you can get started with Monday.com to use as your primary task manager. So let's get into it. Now, I've already created my account on Monday.com for free, and you can sign up with your email address. Now, once you sign up, this is going to be your dashboard. You're going to have your main workspace, which I have renamed to Jane's personal workspace. Then within your workspace, you can build multiple different boards, and within boards, you can build tasks. After that, you can also build a segregated workspace like I've built this workspace called Vivian. Now, I'm going to be using my primary workspace to show you guys how you can get started with task management. Now, once you build your first workspace, you can rename it and enter the main description of your work that you're going to be doing here. Then you can also edit the cover images and the header image or the logo image. After that, you can click on Add from Templates and add a pre-existing template board. In this, you're going to find multiple different types of templates, and you can even search for task management, and you can see this little template over here, which is design weekly tasks, and you will be able to see different tasks have been added in this way. But I'm going to show you guys a very simple way to get started because a lot of the times templates can be a bit overwhelming for newer users. So I'm going to click on Start from Scratch on the left side, and it will create our template board. This is going to be a pretty blank template, and it just has a few groups, and I'm just going to even delete these groups so you guys can better understand how you're going to structure your boards. So this is our first board, and on our board on the left side, you can click on these three dots and then click on Rename Board, and this is going to be called my Daily Task Manager. So once I create my daily task manager, I can begin by grouping my tasks. So what I like to do is instead of using statuses to identify whether or not a task has been completed, I like to create lists. Now this is just a personal preference. You can also use statuses to determine whether or not a task has been completed. By using groups, it makes it easier for me to prioritize my tasks by adding statuses in the form of priorities. So what I like to do is that I like to create tasks or just, add a week. So let's say this is November, week 1 tasks. This is going to be my first group, and I can recolor this group as well. I can click on this item over here and click on change group color, and I can choose a different color like green. And this is going to be your basic main table or the list view. To make this a bit more visually appealing, you can click on the Kanban view over here, and you can just make this a bit easier for you to visually see your tasks. Now, this Kanban view is dividing items by status. You can also do this by groups as well. Now, this is our first section of tasks. Then I like to add the next section, which might be completed tasks, like this. And if you want, you can also add the categorization, which might be November week 1 completed tasks, but I just like to add completed tasks. And then I'm going to change the color to this. Now, what I like to do is I like to add statuses. Now, working on it, stuck, done, these are all right, but I don't want these kinds of statuses. I'm going to add my own. The default label is going to be no priority. And then after that, I like to create my own label. So I'm going to create a second label, which might be in progress, and a third label, which I like to make usually my stuck, and then a new label, which might be high priority. And then I'm going to change the color of this as well. And then another label, which might be, I'm going to create another label, which might be in or high priority, stuck, in progress, as well as overdue, like this. So once I've added the particular statuses, I can begin by adding my tasks. Now, tasks will be added in the item section. So let's say in my week 1 tasks, I have to get my driver's license. So I have to get my driver's license, and the status for this might be, let's say this is due on the 4th of November, and this is no priority. Then I might have to add my second task, which is going to be, or create a research group. Now, this task might be slightly more urgent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a priority, and I'm going to make this in progress because maybe I'm still in consideration of adding people and whatnot, and I have a bunch of time to do this. Now you can add your further tasks by simply clicking on add item, and within each task or item you can click on open item, and you can add more details within an item. So you can upload files as well as create subtasks within your singular task. So for my research group, let's say for creating a research group, I have to finalize idea, decide members, delegate work, like this. So maybe these are the subtasks that need to be completed within this item. Now for each individual task, you can assign a person, and after that you can create more fields as well. So this is going to be the due date. So I'm going to rename this column from date to due date. And then after that, I can click on add column to add further columns. These can be really helpful if you're doing multiple different tasks in one section, because I'm, doing all my personal life tasks, all my school tasks, all my work tasks in one November section. So I can use tags to distinctify what type of task this is. So if this is related to work, if this is related to school, or if this is related to my personal life. Tags can help me in categorizing those. Now, after that, let's say you have any kind of value that you want to add to each individual task. So if your tasks are more so related to your business and maybe it's related to deals and whatnot, you can click on numbers and add your numbers field, where you can create multiple different mathematical columns to view your revenue, your profits, your estimated deal revenues, and more. Now, after that, you can also add text files, dependencies, formulas, drop downs, labels, priorities, as well as connected boards and files. Now, if you want to add a priority, you can segregate this from statuses. If you want to add a separate column, I usually don't feel the need to add a priority column, so I don't. However, if you are going to add your priority column, then you can remove the priority labels such as high priority or no priority from your distinctive labels, and only leave the progress labels such as in progress, stuck, and overdue statuses for your tasks. Now, other than that, you can click on more columns, and you can also add things such as long text, mirrors, creative briefs, meeting notes, connected boards, and more. Now, another useful feature on Monday.com is their automation feature. So whenever you are creating a task and it moves to a certain extent, you can build automations as well. You can go on ahead and click on the top icons for apps, and you can integrate applications. Other than that, you can click on board power-ups and click on the automations. Now in your automation center, you can click on create custom automation, and you can upgrade now to upgrade to a premium plan on Monday.com to get started with building automations. However, some basic automations, such as when an item is created, you can assign a person, or let's say whenever a status changes to stuck, I can notify myself. So these can be amazing automations to further help you in getting your tasks done in time. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.